When people set out to do things that they don't know for sure they can do, they are taking huge risks, jumping out of safe nests into the unknown. But in doing so, they usually achieve far more than what they expected when they started. They not only find in themselves more than they thought was there, but also inspire others to reach beyond their boundaries. People who have taken this leap of faith often develop a passion for helping others step out of their comfort zones as well, and these people are essential to our culture. They are the people who inspire those who don't know the depth of their own talent, and encourage those who doubt they even have talent. Sometimes it's hard to find these people because they are not about self-promotion. Journeys on Film exists to bring these people into the light, knowing that this will increase the number of other people they inspire. Our first series focuses on Vox Academy, a nonprofit voice training school and community in Southeast Portland.
Hello, I'm Beth Kalin, and I'm here with Rebecca Stuhlbarg, who's one of my colleagues at Vox Academy. We're both teachers there on what we call the faculty. We have a team of teachers at Vox Academy who come from various backgrounds and bring their specific knowledge, bring all of our specific knowledge to one place to support each other in teaching a wide variety of students who are interested in studying the voice, either through speech, through acting, through classical singing, through popular singing, any way that we use our voices, which brings into play very large issues about who we are in the world and how we express ourselves in the world. Our voice is our primary instrument and signature in the world, and thus we happen to think that that is the most powerful, wonderful instrument to study. And we're really proud of the diversity of teachers that we have at our organization. And we're going to talk a little bit about what we do, what we bring individually, how our differences are, what our history is individually as performers ourselves and as teachers, and why we think that's so special and why we think Vox Academy is so special. So Becca, why don't you tell us a little bit about where you come from, what your background is, what brings you here to Portland to our little academy.
Sure. Okay. Well, I actually am from California. So I've been singing all my life, and I studied singing in college. I went to UC Santa Cruz and studied voice, and I got my bachelor's there and went on to get my master's in voice as well. And the whole time I had been singing alto and choir, and had been told by all my teachers that I was a mezzo-soprano, which is kind of the lower type of female voice. And then I went on to sing professionally a little bit at Opera San Jose, and did some productions and still was singing as a mezzo-soprano, but I actually always had a sense that there was something missing. Even as I was starting to teach, and I knew I had a passion for teaching, I knew that actually there was still a block in my own voice. And so many of us struggle in that way, that we have blocks or something in our voice that we feel holds us back in our expression. So I was feeling that, and part of that was actually connected to that I had struggled with asthma growing up. So I had a hard time really getting full breath. Yeah, so I ended up going to, I actually did a Google search for someone who had overcome their asthma through singing, kind of a rare thing. And so I found a teacher who trained me and actually informed me that I am not a mezzo-soprano, but a high soprano. And this was about 3 years ago, and so that's when I moved up, and I ended up going through that whole transition, starting to teach at Vox Academy, and gained so many more tools through that process. I gained lots of tools such as breath, just a fuller understanding of breath and of breath in my own body, and how to help others learn to breathe in the way that is best for singing. And so that's number one. And also awareness of the registers, the different parts of our voice, almost like gears in a car, and my registers were just kind of out of sync because of the breath, so it was all related, but I ended up really gaining awareness of that through this holistic method, and now I'm able to pass that on to my students.
Hi, my name is Mike McGee. I'm a Vox Academy student. I'm here to share with you one of the options we offer at Vox Academy, which is Performance Studio. It is an opportunity for singers to come in a safe and friendly environment to sing a song and perform in front of a live audience. Here is Rachel Rosenfield at a recent performance studio at Vox Academy.
I'm doing the same, well, not the same songs, obviously, but the same competitions.
No, audition.
This thing. Tomorrow. And I am singing a piece from I Won't Mind by Jeff Blumenkrantz and a piece from Adelaide's Lament from Guys and Dolls. In my heart, I will keep a secret, foolish little secret, hidden from the rest. In my dream, you're my own, my very own, and I blanket you with love as I hold you to my breast. Lizzie, he's not yours. Lizzie, in his life, your part is very small. But if one day a toy should break, or maybe playing patty cake, you call me Mama by mistake. I won't mind at all. When they get on the train for Niagara and she can hear church bells chime, the compartment is air conditioned and the mood sublime. Then they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A poor son can develop the gripe, la grip, la callous nasal drip, with the wheezes and the sneeze and the soreness that's really a pip from a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old. A poor son can develop a bad cold.
It's really good. Really nice work. Yeah. So, I got all goosebumpy in the first piece. The second piece is hilarious. It's great. And it's very, it's really interesting to watch, and you sound fabulous. And I wonder, how do you feel in this moment?
I'm jittery. I'm way jittery.
So, I would love to talk about what happens when you first walk in, before you start singing. So, you have a moment, you have an opportunity to get totally grounded. Feel the jitters, right? Feel how the body responds, right? We all know this. There's a physiological response to the jitters, nerves. And do you notice what happens in your body when you get nervous?
Oh yeah, I shut down.
Yeah. So where do you feel the shutdown happen?
I mean, it cuts off from like here down. I lose my body.
Yes.
I float away.
And that's actually quite a common thing. I've experienced that, and maybe some of you have experienced that. So yeah, so the way to avoid getting too much floating up here is to really feel the feet on the ground, really feel the legs supporting you, and feel the belly. So just go ahead and keep your hand low on the belly, and just sense the breath moving the belly. Sense how it feels to have your legs really sturdy underneath you, supporting you. And as you're sensing the belly, you can just notice what's in the field of awareness. If there's jitters, if there's nerves, yeah. Just tuck your tail. There you go, yeah. And what I would love, and make sure the knees are a little loose, is to just get you in a really relaxed state and have you do the whole thing again and see how it's different. But first, I want to make sure we're really relaxed. Let's just breathe together. We can all breathe together, Rachel. And with each breath, you can be taking in light. With each exhalation, you can be exhaling the stress, the tension, and the nerves. So each breath, you're breathing all the way down into your feet. All the way down like you're sending it into the ground. And each breath is leaving you more relaxed and more free. You have a moment to reset. So if you can do this very quickly, just close your eyes, to take an inventory. What has gotten tense since you started the song? Are you feeling your feet on the ground? Are you feeling your belly? And check those knees. I see those knees locking up. Yeah. Yeah.
When they get on the train for Niagara and she can hear church bells chime, the compartment is air conditioned and the mood sublime. Then they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A croissant can develop the gripe, la grip, la Paris nasal drip, with the wheezes and the sneezes and a soreness that's really a pep from a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old. A croissant can develop a bad, bad cold.
Great. Better. Did you notice anything different?
I reconnected to my other.
That is what really came across to me is there was a lot of feeling the first time through, but there was so much more the second time through, and and you just seemed a lot more connected to the character and the music. Yeah, really nice. Did anything feel different technically, or were you so much in the character that that's what where your focus was?
Yeah, I mean, there was
Yeah.
moments that I like popped, like Rachel. When I kept popping in. Oh, that was off. That was stupid. Then go back into like, never mind.
Yeah, well, and that can happen.
Of course.
We all know what that's
Of
like.
course.
Yeah. So, but we don't have to listen. When the voice comes in, and yeah, and I think you're doing a nice job of coming back, as long as you're coming back to the moment. Yeah. So the next thing that I'd like to think about is the big finale, because you know you're going to walk in, you're going to be nervous, right? And there's this tendency that we all have as we sing to get a little more and more tense. So I'm thinking, you know, by the time you're at the very end of the second song, you might have to be like a little bit, or you know. So what can we do to just loosen it all up? So I wonder if we could go through the second piece with same thing as Harold, just. And when you get to the big finale, which is so glorious, this big note, right, this big belty note, I think you can just give it more breath. And I think that's related to the tension.
Okay.
So this is all the same thing. If you can relax and just let the breath through, you can do a little hula with the hips, yeah, or a little side to side. And just see how relaxed and comfortable you can get this second piece. Yeah.
When they get on the train for Niagara and she can hear church bells chime, the compartment is air conditioned and the mood sublime. Then they get off in Saratoga for the 14th time. A croissant can develop like right, like grip. Like house nasal drip with the wheezes and the sneeze and the soreness that's really apparent from a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old. A croissant can develop a bad cold.
Yeah! We had a little more breath in the last note, and it all seemed freer. Visually, it looked freer. I know it's really distracting.
Yeah.
If you pound on me that way.
It was okay.
Yeah. So, and I had a thought this time through, which hadn't occurred to me in the first couple times through, but if you're getting through the second piece and you're noticing, you're anticipating, right? The big finale is coming up, you know it's coming, and if you feel that you're getting really tense, there's a moment that you can pause. Sinus, it's really a pimp. It's written into the music. You can take a pause there for as long as you like. And I know you don't want it to get more than the 2 minutes, but before you come back in from a lack of community property, you have like a millisecond to just take inventory. Where's the tension? Can I let go? Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah. Do you have anything to, yeah.
The only thing that I would just ask is if you you have this pointed nasal delivery in the second piece, which is very effective and right with character and everything. Can you use a little bit of that quality, meaning more of a forward sort of placement in your first song as well, and trust that a little bit? It's still going to be beautiful and intimate as that song is, but it's just a little something that might help carry your voice out a little more into the room.
Okay.
Just a little more, allowing that to be there. Yeah.
Well, let's have you go back and sing that. But before we do, Beth had a good artistic suggestion, which is to make pip a little more staccato. That's really a pip. You know? Yeah. So something to play with. But let's go back to the first song and
Great.
yeah.
Making sure it has time to do the whole thing, right?
Yeah, let's do the whole thing.
Yeah, and so even walking in and do just exactly how you're going to do it. So you get that, right?
Right.
You get to just do it just like that.
Hi. My name is Rachel Rosenfield. And today I will be singing a piece from I Won't Mind by Jeff Blumenkrantz, followed by a piece from Adelaide's Lament from Guys and Dolls. Get on the train for Niagara, and she can hear church bells chime. The compartment is air-conditioned, and the mood sublime. Then they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A person can develop like right, like rip. With the wheezes and the sneezes and a soreness that's really a pip. From a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old, a person can develop a bad cold.
Right on. You're hired.
Thank you, Rachel. Great.
Great. At the end, to keep yourself grounded there.
Okay.
Because you're doing this.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. I think she's ready.
Next up is Rebecca Stager, Vox Academy accompanist and faculty member from a recent concert performance.
But while she gets it out, this is a song from Jekyll and Hyde, and it actually normally is a duet between Dr. Jekyll's fiancée and Hyde's mistress, both of them not realizing they're singing about the same man, and both of them seeing in their respective Jekyll and Hyde a glimpse of the other personality. So this is In His Eyes from Jekyll and Hyde.